Hello everybody, how is it going? My name is Lucas, and today on Amps of the XFX3, we're checking out the green boy, that silly little green fella, the green channel from the Revv Genarator 120. And guys, as your first time here, or if you have been here before, make sure you are subscribed. I do lots of gear tutorials, mixing tutorials, I do giveaways from time to time. I don't want you to miss any of that good stuff, so make sure you are subscribed. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and investigate this green channel from the Revv Genarator 120. As you can probably already see and discern, I am kind of a Revv fanboy. I have a Revv Genarator 100R behind me, as you can see right there. The 100R just has the red channel. It has the blue, green, and red. It just doesn't have the purple in it. That's the only difference from the 120. Everything else is the same. And I think a week ago from now, I'm recording this on July 2nd, we got the purple and we got the red channels from the Revv, which I was very excited about. They sound great. I love them. They're like in my main patches now. But I was very disappointed the green channel wasn't in there. But Cliff came through. Cliff and the guys at Fractal came through. Guys and gals. I'm sure there's gals out too. And we got the green channel. It showed up on the FM3 first. Now it is here. The green channel, very, very long story short, it's basically like a JMP type of style, so it's kind of like that Marshall, kind of loose. You got some dirt in there. It's kind of like that style type of amp. Yes, there's a ton of amps in the XFX that could do the same style. I just really like the green channel a lot. I'm actually using it for my EP that I'm writing currently. The green channel off of my 100R, I like it so much. On the red and purple channels, you have blue aggression, you have red aggression. Blue bumps up the mids, and then red just makes everything fat. It's sort of the same thing here on the green channel, but it's different because stuff on the green channel is actually inspired by the Revv G2, which the Revv G2 pedal is the green channel from the Mark II 120 and $100 and stuff like that. But it's in pedal form, and the pedal actually inspired the channel on the Mark III 120s because the as you can see, so the blue aggression and the red aggression are here, but it's not necessarily an aggression in the same sense that it is on the purple and the red. So they're more like drive channels. So I'll show you in a little bit. But the purple and the the blue, so many colors. The blue and the red aggressions, drives, whatever you want to call them, they're more of drive. So you get more of like a drive, and it's a little bit of an EQ. They're both different. It's a little bit of an EQ, but it's not. You'll just see. It's better if I just let you hear it. So what you heard in the opening was just the no aggression channel, just a red straight up green channel with I used the clon on it. The clon works really well with the green channel. Personally, on my 100R, I just used a TS9 drive for it on the blue aggression, and it sounds really, really great. It's a little bit different in the XFX. I can get kind of that same tone just using the no aggression. So what I'll do is I'll just let you, I'll let you hear it without a drive. I'll let you hear all the channels without a drive. Sorry, I've been talking so much. IR-wise, we're using GD Gold Stock. It's basically the best greenbacks that have been made that are shoved into some cabs and popped out in the IR. So, I mean, you can use V30s with it. It sounds good too. When I'm using like some low gain, like this type of stuff, I just prefer greenbacks for it. I've used ML's Mega Green. That one's really good too if you want a good greenback IR. I'm just using this one since I've been using ML Green like forever. Just to change it up a little bit. They sound very similar. So, this is what the straight up green channel, no aggression sounds like without a drive. I'm using my Anderson Cobra with some Anderson pickups. Has a HC1 in the neck and an HC3 in the bridge. Let's see what that sounds like, and then I'll cycle the different positions of my pickups so you can hear that too. So the last position you heard, that was my middle position, but it's in parallel, so the gain on it, the output of the pickup is going to be cut, and I want to show you something. You can get a clean tone with this. It's only really probably going to work on the straight up green channel with no aggression. You just lower the gain a little bit, and you're going to have some clean tone, but it'll have a little bit of grit on it, which is kind of perfect. I just wanted to show you that we do not have the Revv blue channel, which is the clean channel. And quite honestly, I'm fine with it not being in the Axe-Fx. The clean channel on the amp, it is really good for a high gain amp. Some people would disagree. They said it's kind of like dead, but it's a clean channel. I mean, most of the time my cleans are layered in effects anyway, so it's absolutely fine with me. But as you can hear, as you can hear, you lower, you get some clean, and then whenever you pull it up, you do get some gain. I typically like to run this like around anywhere between 3 and 4, and you get a good tone from that. As you can hear, the more gain you put, the kind of more insane big and fat it gets. A cool thing about this is, look, I have not touched the output EQ. If you've watched any of my videos, if you've seen anything that I've done, you know the very first thing I do on like 99% of all amps I build in here, I pull down 500 and 250. I literally do it on tons of stuff. I didn't even touch it on here. It's I don't know, this amp, it's really well balanced. On the real amps, they tend to sound good around noon. Everything kind of set at noon. That's kind of like your basis, and you can kind of tweak off of there. The amps kind of retain that same type of characteristic in the Axe-Fx, which is really cool to see. All right, we've been on here on the no aggression one for a while. I'll kick on the LeCompte right here, and then I have a couple of other drives on here. I'll just kind of show you kind of like how it reacts to them. As you can see, it's just a bit different flavors. I kind of didn't really want that mid hump in there, which is why I kept it on the clone. Clone kind of, it has a little bit more of a high end boost in there, not so much mids, kind of like your normal Tube Screamer does. So let's move on to the blue aggression, and I'll let you hear it without a drive, and then I'll kick on the drive. And as you can see, like I said, no output EQ. They're all kind of dialed in a little similarly. I pulled back the treble on them because I didn't want to put a bunch of treble there and it'd be too bright. So green 2 is with the blue. It's going to be the blue aggression, but it's more like a blue drive. If you want to look at it like that, it's really like it's a drive because you're going to get more gain on it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. see, the blue tends to be a little more kind of gritty. You get a little bit more mids in there. It's like it's total like a tube screamer, and it's kind of like what it sounds like to me anyway. That's kind of like what kind of vibe you're getting there. The bright switch is going to be on all of them. On the real amp, I do run my presence and depth right around there. The actual bass, mid, and treble, and even the gains, they're going to be a little bit different than the real amp. Just the values. The sound is it's pretty much there. It's like 98 to 99% there. It's about as close as it's going to get from going from the analog world into the digital world, into the Axe-Fx. So let's move on to the red aggression and or red drive. So this one is going to be a little bit fatter, just kind of like keeping with the themes of the aggressions in the Revv 120. The red is the big fat one. So it's still driven, but it's a little bit more fatter. So same thing. I'll go mess with the gain, go with the drives, go to the pickups selector. You'll hear what it sounds like. As you can hear, the red channel is big, it's meaty, it's massive. It has a lot more bass than the other two channels. It's really kind of all up to your preference. It's really all in what you need. You probably don't even really need a drive, to be honest with you. For the red aggression, it kind of has everything you need there. I mean, I probably need to pull a little bit of bass and mids out of it, but I just kind of like just went with it to where it sounded good. This is gonna wrap things up on the green channel. The green channel is actually one of my favorite channels. I really do like the red channel for some high gain stuff, and I really do like the green channel. It's that Marshall sound. It's like kind of like that classic rock, kind of like, you know, like pop punk. I'm using it for pop punk on my EP, but like, you know, it's kind of like that everything under like hard rock. You can probably even do hard rock with it if you really wanted to. It fits everything for that perfectly. I'm really glad the Revs are in the Axe-Fx because I use all of them. So I have the purple red for my lead tone, which shocked me because purple red is not what I was gonna go for my lead tone, but it works good for there. I have the reds for my normal like distortion tone and drop C. I even made one for the purple. I love that the greens are here because this is gonna be my go-to like, you know, crunch tone, like laid back thing, and I'm really glad they're here because, you know, say I'll play a live gig or, you know, I join a band that needs, you know, like some stuff like this, green is perfect for it. Like I said, I know we have a lot of amps in the Axe-Fx that could do this, but what's one more? We have a lot of redundancy. We have a lot of originals. We have reissues. We even have clones of reissues and stuff like that. So I'm really glad they're here. I'm really glad Fractal decided to put them in here. I really do love them. Sorry if this video ran a little long. Thank you so much for sticking around and checking this video out. I know there's a lot of stuff vying for your attention. Chose to spend some time with me. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.